This video is to go over building Java programs, Chapter 17 about binary trees, and Exercise 10. We are trying to double all the positive numbers in a tree. So we've got 3 becomes 6, but this -9 stays the same. We're going to recurse and do this on all the items in the tree. So if you haven't already, you should take a look at the code for self-check 17.11. Sorry, my video. I give you the full code for how to do that, and I'm going to be referring back to that. So similar to 17.11, we are going to need a helper function because this is a class method. So we're going to call that helper function. And that helper function is going to have a base case and a recursive case. Now, in the case of the base case, when we eventually get down to, again, null, then there's nothing to do. That just is the signal that we're done. So, nothing to do. But in the case of the recursive case, what we need to do is we need to deal with what is the data in this cell, and then we need to do the same for the left and right children if it has any. This is a better one because it's actually got a left and a right child, or this one. So we need to check to see, first of all, is the data positive? If so, then we just need to update that data. So I'll put in here if positive, double it. And you can just access that as tree.data. And then, regardless of whether it's positive and doubling it, you then need to recurse left and right. The difference between this problem and some of the ones in the past is that we're no longer adding anything. We're no longer returning anything. So we no longer need to add 1 plus the left and the right, for example, because we're not returning anything. We just have to make calls to the left and on the right tree. So it's actually very simple, and this pseudocode is sufficient to be able to code it out. Let's take a review and see what's different about this problem. So what's different about this problem is that, number one, we're not returning anything, right? So we're just recursing through the tree, and because it's not returning anything, we no longer need to return something plus recursion left plus recursion right. Instead, it's just going to be do something on the center, and then do something, call the recursion on the left and the right trees. You don't need to worry about nulls except in the base case of checking whether it's what you're being passed in is null. And in that case, you're just going to return. You don't need to do anything. You don't have to return 1. You don't have to return 0. Nothing. And other than that, it's basic, simple recursion. You're just going to call it on the left and the right. And it's probably the simpler case than the many of the other cases I've been making videos for. Because you don't have a return value, you don't have to worry about trying to propagate and sum things up on the way back. It's actually a simpler problem than many of the problems that I've done videos for. So you should be able to write the code from that. If you appreciate this video, please like and subscribe.